safer world is possible, and together we can and will make it happen. Thank you.
When you show up in community, you find that group that makes you feel like home, but oftentimes you also find yourself again.
Welcome back to Sussexful, hosted by Emma. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because here on Sussexful, we proudly stand with Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Now, in today's video, we're taking a close look at that awkward moment in Northern Ireland, when Prince William swatted Kate's hand away after she tried to grab him. Many are saying that the whole gesture was staged, just like the infamous wig disaster. Why? Because the firm seems desperate to keep William and Kate in the spotlight, even if it means turning them into a royal sideshow. The truth is, they simply can't compete with Harry and Meghan. So what's the strategy? Act silly, dress outrageously, and stay in the headlines, no matter how ridiculous it looks. But this tactic is backfiring badly. Instead of boosting their image, it's damaging it even further and making them look like a complete global joke. So let's break it down, what really happened in Northern Ireland, and why this PR stunt exposes just how far the palace has fallen. The staged antics of Prince William and Kate. The recent incident in Northern Ireland, where Prince William swatted Kate's hand away as she tried to grab him, was clearly a staged attempt to generate media attention. This comes on the heels of the widely publicized wig disaster incident, where the couple appeared to be purposefully creating a scene. It is evident that the palace's strategy is to keep William and Kate in the public eye, even if it means resorting to clownish behavior and contrived drama. However, this transparent ploy is only serving to further damage their already tarnished public image, making them a global laughingstock rather than the respected public figures they claim to be. The awkward gesture in Northern Ireland. The awkward swatting gesture between William and Kate during their visit to Northern Ireland has sparked widespread speculation that the incident was entirely staged. Many believe this was a calculated move by the royal couple, a deliberate attempt to keep themselves in the media spotlight and compete with the popularity of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. With little of substance to offer the public, the firm seems to have decided that William and Kate should simply put on a clown show of sorts, acting and dressing in ways that will garner attention, even if it further damages their already tarnished public image. It's a strategy that comes across as desperate, an acknowledgement that the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge simply cannot match the star power and relevance of their royal counterparts across the pond. The firm's decision to have William and Kate act, well, stupid in public is a clear indication that they know the couple just cannot compete with the star power and substance offered by Harry and Meghan. William and Kate's recent awkward gestures and fashion mishaps are, honestly, clearly staged and orchestrated, as the monarchy desperately tries to keep them in the news cycle. However, this clown show is only serving to further damage their already tarnished image, making them appear like a joke globally. The lack of any real substance or meaningful contribution from the Cambridges stands in stark contrast to the impactful work and advocacy championed by Harry and Meghan, leaving the public unimpressed and underwhelmed by William and Kate's hollow attempts to stay relevant. The public's perception of William and Kate has taken a severe beating, with their recent antics only serving to further tarnish their already battered image. Their attempts to stay relevant and compete with the popularity of Harry and Meghan have backfired spectacularly, making them appear like a total joke globally. Rather than showcasing their regal poise and leadership, the Cambridges have resorted to a clown show of awkward gestures and questionable fashion choices, which have only served to undermine their credibility and authority. This strategy of the palace to keep them in the news through these stunts has clearly backfired, as it has done nothing but damage their already tarnished reputation, making them look increasingly out of touch and ill-suited for the responsibilities of the monarchy. The now infamous wig disaster incident during the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's royal tour was widely speculated to have been a calculated move by the palace. Many believe the event was carefully orchestrated by the firm to generate headlines and keep William and Kate in the news, despite their inability to compete with the popularity and star power of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. With little of substance to offer the public, the royal couple resorted to a clown show of sorts, dressing and behaving in ways perceived as outrageous and foolish. This strategy, however, has only further damaged their already tarnished public image, making them look like a joke on the global stage. The firm has evidently made a calculated decision to have William and Kate engage in a series of attention-grabbing antics and stunts, despite the lack of any substantial content or meaningful contributions from the couple. It seems the strategy is to simply keep them in the public eye through these frivolous displays, even if it means further damaging their already battered and tarnished image. Rather than focus on any genuine accomplishments or initiatives, the firm appears content to let William and Kate act and dress in a manner that makes them look increasingly like a joke on the global stage. This clown show approach may generate headlines, but it does nothing to bolster the couple's credibility or relevance, especially in comparison to the more substantive work of other royals like Harry and Meghan. You know, the public perception of William and Kate as incompetent has only grown in recent years. The couple's inability to match the popularity and success of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle has been, well, painfully evident, with their awkward public appearances and questionable fashion choices often making headlines. It almost seems like the royal family has resorted to this, questionable strategy of allowing William and Kate to act and dress stupid in public, as if to keep them in the news despite their lack of substance. But honestly, this clownish behavior is only further damaging their already tarnished image, making them look like a joke on the global stage. It's pretty clear that the Cambridges are struggling to live up to the standards set by their more charismatic counterparts, and the public is definitely taking note of their perceived incompetence. So, the latest public blunders by Prince William and Kate Middleton have only served to further erode their carefully curated public image. That seemingly awkward gesture between the couple in Northern Ireland, where William appeared to swat Kate's hand away, has really just added to the growing perception that their relationship is strained and inauthentic. And to make matters worse, the revelation that their much-mocked wig disaster was actually a staged attempt to generate positive press coverage has just further undermined the trust and goodwill of the public. With Prince Harry and Meghan Markle steadily gaining popularity, the pressure on William and Kate to maintain a flawless public persona has only intensified, leading them to resort to these increasingly desperate and transparent publicity stunts that honestly just make them look more foolish and out of touch. As this pattern of missteps and damage control continues, the once golden couple's image has become tarnished, making them a global laughingstock rather than the model of royal elegance they had strived to project. The stark contrast between the public's perception of William and Kate versus Harry and Meghan could not be more pronounced. While the firm appears to be making concerted efforts to undermine William and Kate's standing, the couple's relatable and down-to-earth demeanor continues to resonate with the masses. In stark contrast, Harry and Meghan's divisive antics and perceived sense of entitlement have, alienated many, despite their initial popularity. The firm's apparent attempts to stage awkward public displays and make the Cambridges appear foolish only serve to further highlight the glaring differences between the two couples, ultimately damaging the reputation of the institution they claim to uphold. The staged antics of William and Kate are not just some passing incidents, but rather harbingers of deeper implications for the future of the royal family. These carefully orchestrated displays of awkwardness and perceived incompatibility may actually be a calculated strategy by the firm to keep the couple in the public eye, despite their inability to captivate audiences in the same way as the more dynamic Harry and Meghan. By relegating William and Kate to the role of court jesters, the establishment seems intent on maintaining their relevance through a constant stream of headline-grabbing, if somewhat embarrassing, performances. However, this approach really does risk further tarnishing the already battered public image of the couple, potentially undermining their standing within the royal hierarchy and, honestly, diminishing their long-term prospects for a meaningful, impactful role within the monarchy.